guys, it's Monday and I'm totally pulling a Lulu coat today and wearing a wig. So last week Mario announced that this was going to be an unofficial Avengers week, so I took it upon myself to totally be involved and do that. So I'm working on bits and pieces of my female Thor costume for Comic-Con this summer, but I wanted to get some of it done so I can wear it to the midnight premiere, and it's on Thursday night and I'm still not done, but that's totally cool. So I was gonna wear the helmet and stuff, but I'm not done with that, and the shirt I ordered for casual wear hasn't come in yet, and yeah. But I do have progress stuff, so let me just show you that instead. So this is one of the shoes because I'm doing classic Thor and he has two colored shoes. It's weird. So I have the yellow and the black and zipper, and I still have to add the vinyl that's gonna go on the top and cover the knee and all that good junk. So I still have to do that, and I still have to do obviously the wrapping. I already have the PVC vinyl for that, so that should be fun. I have been working on the helmet as well, but I'm still in the process of paper macheing the actual part that goes on my head. But here's a wing, and you probably can't see all the beautiful detail that is involved in this wing, but I really love the wing, and it's gonna be all pretty on my head. Mario also brought up last week the question of if we ever go to the kids aisle of Target, or I guess any kind of store, and the answer is yes, and it should be yes for everyone because they have some amazing toys. And if it wasn't for Target, then I wouldn't have gotten my Nerf or hammer. So yeah, that's what I'm currently working on and hope to get finished by Thursday night for the Avengers premiere! So this weekend there was a lot of new cartoons going on, and by a lot I mean 2 plus some more Green Lantern episodes. So I'm a huge fan of the show Young Justice. I've been following it since it came out in I think 2010. I think it was November or something, late 2010. And I really like the show. I really like what they've done, even though it's not canon, but who cares because it's a good show on its own anyway. So this past Saturday was the start of Season 2 Invasion, and I was really looking forward to it because we had the season finale the week before, so we didn't really get a break, and I'm totally okay with that. So on the season finale, they kind of answered some questions, but then we have a lot more questions that need to be answered, so I was like, oh my god, what's going to happen? But on Saturday, when the new season started, it's 5 years in the future. And that really threw me off. It's great that we're seeing a whole new cast, but if you have a whole season dedicated to those kids, you get attached to the team and you want to know what's happening with them. And I mean, like I said, there were certain plot points that weren't addressed. It just left a lot more questions than answers. So what happened? I'm sure they're going to address it at some point, but the fact that we're 5 years in the future and they're still going on about some of the stuff that happened in Season 1 seems a little weird. Wouldn't Batman have figured that crap out a while ago? I mean, he's Batman. And if all these Justice League members started doing something and they're not accountable for a certain amount of hours, wouldn't they really investigate that? I mean, it seems odd that it took them 5 years to kind of come back to it. And someone had posted something on DeviantArt where they went on a rant about how people should love the new season and this and that, and you should stop complaining because it would get really boring if they continued with the original team. And I was like, no, the story wouldn't just get boring. That's up to the writers to make it interesting. They still had several plot points that they could have covered. They had all these new relationships, too many relationships in my opinion. Seemed kind of forced, but besides the point, they had a lot of things that they still could have covered. The kids were still growing up. Robin was supposed to take over as team leader at some point because Calder said, when you're ready, you can become the leader. But no, instead of addressing all that, they were just well, let's just skip ahead 5 years and bring in a bunch of new characters and call it a day. Also this weekend, Metalocalypse Season 4 started. And oh my god, I am wearing my Death Clock shirt to represent because that is my favorite show, in case you didn't know. And oh my god, I have been waiting for season 4 for like, what, 2 years now? It's ridiculous. And I don't know about you guys, but season 3.5 that they aired later, even though it was kind of out of order, just didn't fill my hopes and expectations like I wanted it to. And while I loved having 30-minute episodes because they're longer and you get more out of them, it was just too spaced out, I think, for the type of comedy that the show needs. So I was super happy that they went back to 15-minute episodes. I thought last night the episode was great. It had the whole band dynamic. You saw Toki idolizing Squizgar again, but still kind of wanting to be cool with Murderface, and the whole smoking thing. It was just adorable. And then the whole awkward situation, talking about somebody, and then they're like right there, and dildo. Hi. So needless to say, I am super stoked for next week's episode because it's a Toki-centric episode, and he's wearing a banana suit and gets punched in the nuts by a monkey, and everyone has like cat whiskers, and he's left out, and I don't know, but it looks adorable, and I'm so effing happy that my favorite show is back on. Okay, yeah, let's just move on with the video. So even though this isn't like new or anything, I definitely recommend checking out the Green Lantern animated series, which comes on just before Young Justice. It is just a really good show. I really enjoy all the characters, the storyline just keeps moving. It's nice that they haven't really had too many fillers, and if it does seem like a filler, they kind of go back to some of the characters. So it all seems really intertwined and connected, so it's not a slow-paced show. Which is a good segue to say that you should watch Coolio's videos on Tuesdays, because he's going to be talking about some Green Lantern stuff once a month, and that's exciting! But that also got me thinking of a question for my fellow geeks, and that is, if you were part of the Lantern Corps, which color would you be and why? Search yourself. Just search yourself. Really figure out. It's okay if you end up with yellow or red. Just be honest. Embrace it. And I will tell you guys my answer next week. Also a part of the DC Nation are these shorts. And oh my god, if you don't even want to watch Young Justice or Green Lantern, just freaking watch the shorts. I'm pretty sure DC has them up on their YouTube site, and they are just hilarious. I freaking died this weekend with Teen Titanic, which was the Teen Titans on Titanic. I freaking just died because I love the movie Titanic and I love Teen Titans, and then they just completely ruined everything. I know it's just the best thing in the world. I can't even explain it. You just have to watch it for yourself and just love it. That's all I can say. But they always have some really funny shorts, and I definitely recommend checking those out. So until next week, guys, hope you all are doing well, and remember to stay geeky.